Welcome back to the DataPrime Academy. In Module 10, you learn to extract and transform unstructured data. Now we're taking your analytics to the next level with data enrichment. We're going to be adding business context to operational data. So today we're exploring two DataPrime enrichment approaches using real payment service data, manual enrichment with create and case for currency conversion, and the lookup enrichment with the enrich operator for additional business context. So think of enrichment as normalizing data for global analysis. You can convert multiple currencies to USD, as we'll use in this example for revenue comparison. And then you could add some rich business context, like what was the payment attached to in terms of what was on the website, the products that was being purchased. So they can be great for business context, as I said, or executive dashboards. So let's begin and start looking at our payment service. So for that, we're going to go into logs. For the last 6 hours, we're going to look at our filter and our $L for subsystem and our subsystem name payment service. IntelliSense helping along. Now, we'll just run a filter here first, but I want to do something different. We'll look at $D message for now, and contains. So doc contains, we want to look at some payment transactions. So open up brackets for that. So doc contains open quotes transaction processed. That will do. Close quotes. Let's run this. Okay, so we can see we have transaction process there. We have the amount, the Visa with Canadian dollars. We have USD. We have euros. So a lot of different currencies, multiple different countries, different currencies, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but we want to normalize this data. We want revenue data for global analysis. So I want to convert this into one currency. So I'm going to unify this into a USD revenue dashboard. So let's start with some JSON pattern this time. Instead of using, in the previous video, we used the extract method. With regex, we're going to use JSON here because we can see this has got some JSON fields in here. So this has already been pre-parsed, this data. Let's take a look at this. So instead of filtering by $D message, we're going to change that to be of the JSON key value, which is pay transaction amount. Let's run this. So we're getting the same results here. So we know this is working. Now, we want to add some logic around this. We want to add some enrichment. So this is what this looks like. We have our payment service. We have our JSON filter there for transaction amount. And then we're using our manual enrichment here. So we're using the create function, creating a new field for transaction in USD. And then we're using our case operator. And we are then converting each of these different types of currencies from our transaction pay currency. Anything matching USD will stay the same. Euros will be multiplied by 1.04, 1.22 for pounds, British pounds. And then we're using that enrichment, and then we're choosing these fields, and this is what it has down here. So look, we can see that we have the likes of USD staying the same. Let's get an example with, here we have an example with Canadian dollars. So what it gives us the original amount and the amount in US dollars. So then we can actually now build some sort of revenue dashboard, converting all these payments into dollars. Taking this a step further, here I've added a simple aggregation. I'm counting the transactions, rounding them up, and as a total revenue and as the average revenue here. So those two count functions, and we can see now we get the amount in the last 24 hours. We can see the amount of transactions, the total revenue, and the average revenue all in dollars, which is really powerful. And just to finish, I'll show you the lookup enrichment. That is simple. It is, you would go into the data flow of Coralogix. You can go into the data enrichment portal, and you can upload a CSV with as many columns as you need. Might be a limitation on that, but go to the documentation for that. And then we're simply just using the enrich command here. I'll highlight over this. You can see what all you can do. Also, you can create your key, as we know, as usual. And then we can use that the title of your CSV file. Simple as that. So that is enrichment, a really powerful part of the DataPrime query syntax. In our next module, we'll explore joining and combining data sources. So we can potentially correlate some payment data with user behavior, and build some unified analytics. Again, we're always in this creative observability space with DataPrime right now. So thank you for mastering DataPrime's currency enrichment and global revenue analytics. See you in the next episode.